We're going to beat the island heat. Families gather round for the village football competition. Every cook-up used to share between families everywhere. And when weekend come, a river line was our mission.
And every day we used to live as one. And my neighbor wasn't a stranger, but another parent to my young one. At Christmas time, the parent car done sun up to sundown. And we stop in by every house in town.
Time to bring back those days. Time to bring back those days. Bring back those days when we lived together as one. Time to bring back those times when we could just walk and wine, chipping all day on the road. Together as one, one, one. 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 Hey, da da da, tiki da da, tiki da da da, tiki da da, hey da, tiki da da. Dr. Capileo and Dr. Williams, two great scientists, two politicians. One was a prime minister, the other opposition. But they had one thing in common: to remove colonization. Convincing the Queen of England that they had a plan to rule and govern this nation without a helping hand. 1962, August is when they did feel a time of relief and a blessing received. A blessing received. I see when you're not going to send now. I see when you're Trinidad and Tobago, sweet pan and calypso, Seditasa and limbo, and don't forget the kaiso. Time to bring back those days. Time to bring back those days. Bring back those days when we lived together as one. Time to bring back those times when we could just walk and wine, chipping all day on the road. Together as one, one, one. Together as one, one, one. Together as one, one, one. Together as one, one, one.
The official station that defends the nation.
I still hold my head high. I keep counting my blessings on blessings on blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Hey, hey, hey. I still hold my head high. High, high, high. Counting my blessings, blessings, yeah. No one could take this away. Listen. Give me the word of faith. Say that it. Right now we work to change. Say that it. All thanks to the Creator. Always have a back, so I rate ya. And anybody wanna be a hater? I thought tell them rock so rock so. Rock so. Rock so. Come we know what I turn on with. Rock so. Rock so. Hey, everybody when we say, when we say, when we say, when we say. I still hold my head high. Counting our blessings, blessings, yeah. No one could take this away. When we say, blessings on blessings on blessings, double up. From blessing to double up. Oh, blessings to double up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, when you got a heart of love, nobody can bring you down. Only good vibes when you come around. Show them a smile and never frown. Show them every part of love, can't hide it. We know some of them don't like me. Tell them rock so. Tell them rock so. So rock so. Rock so. Rock so. Come in over that turn way. Rock so. Rock so. Everybody want to say, want to say, want to say, want to say. I still hold my head high. Come to my blessings, blessings, yeah. No one could take this away. What we say, what we say. Blessings on blessings on blessings, double up. A blessing is a double up. Double up. Art form. Somebody say naughty. This is a love note to Carnival. We ready for fresh blessings. We ready for new blessings. We leaving everything in the past. We're not going to be quarreling about the fact that they don't have carnival and all kind of thing. We're doing what we have to do. Right? Hey! Cause no matter what, we still at a hold we head high. We still at a hold we head high. I still hold my head high. Hey! Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come to now. No one could take this away. What we say, what we say. Double up. My blessing is a double up.
As the voice of Nadia Batson, blessings. No one can take your blessings away from you. Before you heard from Lionheart, Curls and Shredder, and a track called Together as One. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Just about 11 minutes past the hour of 2 o'clock. Welcome to the VNR show. How are you guys on the outside doing? Robert, how you going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How your morning was?
It was alright, I just took that time to reflect and kind of meditate
Yes,
a little bit, yeah.
You had to do that in this time, you know?
Yeah.
Or else you'll go mad. Telling you.
That's a serious thing.
So what's going on, TNT?
I see Tobago is in the house already.
Yes.
She's giving us a weather report, I believe.
A
already.
bit under the weather today.
Yeah, a bit under the weather.
Girl, you and I both.
Don't worry. We're going to shine some light here today. You know?
That is a lie, eh? No one can take your blessings away from you. Shaking my head.
Joseph Moses has done it again.
Oh, Lord.
For the very first time again.
So it's a beautiful day on the outside. I hope your spirits, woke up, on the positive side. And as the day progresses, I hope that no one, you don't allow anyone to steal your joy or your blessing. Because it has come at you from all over.
Yes, sure.
So, I really wanted to discuss, again, going back to mental health.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there are some things that we really need to be pushing. Some things we take for granted. Our state of mind and our mental health is one of them.
Yeah. So true.
And I think, those are things that we had to continue to address.
Yeah. Take for granted those stuff.
Yes.
We kind of shy away as a nation.
Yes.
On those topics. But
and
now
then
is the
when
time.
it end up in suicide, then we would reflect and say, I was seeing the signs, he wasn't himself.
Yeah. And then we
I could have helped.
Yeah.
He reached out to me for help. But I so busy with my own life.
Yeah.
And my own problems that I neglected to see that person was reaching out for help. We don't want it to reach to that.
Yeah, truly.
But a psychiatrist was saying that mental illness is growing.
It's on the rise, huh?
At an exponential rate in Trinidad and Tobago. And the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic are to be blamed. Now, you could imagine this, Robert. You have a nice job. You sure your money coming in every month. You save.
Yeah.
Of course, when you're making money, you want a nice lifestyle.
Truly.
So you and your partner, you know, you all married, you all bought a house, you all bought a car. Food wasn't a problem.
Yes.
And then you lose everything because of the pandemic. And now the bank come back for the car.
Oh Lord. The landlord on your throat.
If you're renting, if you just bought your house, you miss how much, I think it's 3 months before, 90 days,
Yeah.
before they put you on the red list to
But
come
in
and
terms of,
repossess.
yeah.
I
believe so.
mean, it ain't easy. It really, really not easy. And like we were saying yesterday, you know, let me deal with the human side of things.
Truly.
Because who we quarreling about them, though, are we problems.
So true.
And who it is? Ask him what I come in with.
I think it is Moses. Or
Moses, what precious coming with today, Dread? Whoa. I tell you what I come in with. Have an article in on CNC3. Let me get it. Headlined, preschool teacher takes immense financial hit.
Saw that one.
You saw it.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, you know, if you never had, Robert, you never had. But for people who you
had.
know,
Who had
put things in place,
and-
work hard, and just expect, okay, let me live off my rewards now and then. This pandemic, no fault of nobody. But again, how are we reaching out to people? How are we assisting people? How are we helping people? Now, if you all would oblige, I'd like to read this story that touched me.
Yeah, bring it on.
And it's not just this one story. There are many people
stories.
going through similar instances.
So true.
You understand? Like I said, the headline of this story on CNC3 is preschool teacher takes immense financial hit.
Yeah.
Her name is in the papers, is public knowledge.
Yeah.
Michelle Charles. Vocation as a preschool teacher brought her immense joy. She would often say, I get to be part of building a strong academic foundation in the lives of these young ones. But her passion of 28 years came to a sudden halt last year when the COVID-19 pandemic struck, forcing the closure of schools. Now, all Charles 44 has, and this is not just Charles, this is many Charleses, because many people are going through this. Now, all Charles 44 has that bears any semblance of a preschool are number and word charts that embellish a wall in an area of the house where her lone preschooler is her nephew, whom she teaches at home, that she now shares with her sister and their 7 children. The single mother told Guardian Media it has been anything but easy. I was here alone with my 3 kids, you know, and there was no way for me of making an income. So, you know, that really, really hard. To ease her economic crisis, this once independent preschool teacher turned to her mother and her sister with a plan to stay afloat. She has to go out and work. This is the teacher speaking. She has to go out and work. She's a nurse. So her sister is a nurse. And I will take care of the children. I told her, if you move back home, I will take care of the children. Mommy will be here and, you know, she will buy the food.
Yeah.
I will take my mother's pension. That was the plan. I would take my mother's pension and I would pay the bills and whatever we have to do. So that's how we survive.
Right.
But as the adage goes, when it rains, it pours. That plan was short-lived when a sudden death occurred. All this time, my mother was like sick. Apparently she was sick, but she didn't tell me anything.
Mm.
So when she moved back now, that's when she told me she had endometrial cancer.
Wow.
On April 1st, my mother died, as cancer had reached stage 3. Already scrambling to make ends meet. And with her mother's passing compounded the situation.
Oh, wow.
And this is the teacher speaking here now. When she passed, now you know, I mean, there's no more pension. Now I can't pay the bills. So now I depended on my sister, who is a nurse, to do everything. She has 4 children, I have 3. They work out an arrangement where my sister pays her $600 to look after and teach the children. But the money is too little to do anything. And with the scant amount she can put towards any needs in the house, her sister was bearing the financial burden. She's saying, with that money now, I pay my internet bill, I pay my cable bill, and that's it. That's all I can do to put towards the household right now.
No.
So she has to take up everything else. She has to take up, her sister now has to take up the light bill, she has to take up food, she has to take up water bill, she has to take up everything.
Yes.
Charles says she even now feels like a burden to her sister. My sister buying everything. For the San Juan Lavantil native who spent most of her life otherwise successful and independent, the situation has broken her in ways unimaginable, too difficult to even put in words. She said, whoa, it's hard. Because I mean, I'm accustomed doing my thing on my own basically. And now with all the education I have and all the skills I have with this pandemic, I am rendered practically useless. The story goes on and on.
Yeah. And you can get it on CNC street page.
I post it on the street page.
And also the street page. And
that is just one instance of
Yes.
what people are going through. Joseph is saying, what precious, I would share something with you and Robert after you finish. Read it. Please don't vex with me and condemn the way I think sometimes. Okay, everybody entitled to how they think. We can't change how anyone thinks. And that is why we said since yesterday, and we continue on with this mantra. If you can assist. If you can help, you can help. Look, yesterday we carried on this program.
Somebody called.
And this man listening to us.
That's off to them again.
Thank you so much. We got it.
Yes.
We passed it over
On
to Aisha.
Yeah.
So she would include it in her food drive. This man just dropped off a whole massive bag full of groceries.
Full of things.
People, again, we need to be our brother's keeper.
Truly.
But what he's saying here, precious, you preaching, those who feel it knows it. Those who we are fighting about don't have no worry. That's what I'm saying. Who we come in here and quarrel about, them don't have we problems.
Truly.
Them salary and cut.
Truly.
Last week I spoke about one MP that did what he did and asking for the others to do it. How much of them you hear come out and do that? Say, okay, well, me done. How much of them we hear coming out and say, well, next month, June, I giving up my whole salary to help people.
And it's not to say we daring anybody to do anything. We just, paying it out there.
And you know what I just see? And kudos to who barely have and who helping.
Truly.
But those who really have.
Not given.
No.
Yeah.
Come on, people, let's come together and do this. I see my phone lines ringing.
Yeah. Okay.
And stop. But the phone lines open. You could jump in and share your contribution when you want. Precious, I would share something with you and that same thing.
Yeah, that's
okay.
We probably texting right now.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Precious, good afternoon.
Good day.
Christopher King. Good afternoon.
Ugusha hardly hearing you, know.
Yeah, I want my mask too, Nadiel. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want my mask now. I feel like coming on there next month and I want pledge $1,000 just to feed people now.
Oh, wow.
I'm making my money, so I want to pledge $1,000. I know I go get back my blessings sooner.
Yes, praise the Most High for
wow,
that,
God bless you.
Right?
Yes.
So I go try and come down next one
All right.
And just take out $1,000 out of my pay and feed people in our girl.
Yes.
My mother
Yes.
do well thing for people, so I want to do the same thing too now, right?
Yes, take
yes.
the $1,000 and go to the grocery and buy groceries
Yeah.
and bring it. It
I
appreciate
believe
it.
Marcy have something going on where they have a sort of stuff in
Yeah.
cooker's bag or
Google was telling me about. So
Marcy
thank you
bag.
so much, caller.
Yeah.
Blessings to you. God bless
yeah,
your
yeah,
heart.
not flop for them, man. Not
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. Yeah, man.
Love in the house always, man.
Yeah, man.
And this is the kind of drive we want to encourage, you know.
And
Yeah,
not
Vanessa,
everybody have, because
Yeah,
you know
not
sometimes when you hear give me a have, I don't want nothing to give. It could be one thing of corned beef, it will be added.
Yeah.
You understand? Just give.
Yes.
We can't just sit down and wait for who we believe should help us, and they should. But if they're not doing fast enough, then we have to come out and
As
assist
a community,
each other.
yeah. As a community,
understand?
yeah.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome.
Some MPs will do it, but they just don't speak about it. Do you know how much Colin Robinson Ladies will do for Maloney? That's all I have to say.
Who's your MP?
Colin Robinson Reddy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how much he does for our constituency?
Yeah.
Some does it, but they don't speak about it.
Right.
That's all.
And that's, yeah, and we agree. We agree.
We
not,
agree. And
we're not
but we
coming
thank
against.
you for calling and
Yeah.
letting us know
Come on, yeah.
that your MP for your constituency in Maloney, she is doing.
Yeah, and this is not encouragement. But I must clear the air, Precious. This is not encouragement for anybody to be calling and saying, well, my MP doing it
Well,
too.
yes, well, if your
my
MP doing it,
No, but I don't want it to be, I don't want it to turn out like that. It shouldn't turn out like that. It's not genuine, you know what I'm saying?
good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Hi.
Roberto. Precious.
Hey,
Blessings.
Roberto.
Good day. I'd like to congratulate Mr. Rambarat. On Saturday, he passed in the enterprise area on my side and delivered some pak choy.
Yes, man.
And
Lovely.
It was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, if I am, what I would like to do, I would like to take some money from my salary and organize, if it's 2 or 3 bags and somebody who is in dire need,
Yeah.
because I was talking to my wife about it and she said that is a very good idea, so we will.
God bless you. God bless you.
Only have a good day.
Thank you so much.
Yes, yes.
All right.
So the lines are open. People's 342008177111791. That's the WhatsApp. You could also voice note us there. And 4665391.
Yes, call us up.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Precious.
Blessings to you.
Blessings.
This is the guy concerning me yesterday with the hamper band.
Thank you
Hey.
so much. We
Hats off.
appreciate it.
Hats off, hats off, hats off. God bless you.
Well, what I'm doing, I'm picking up a couple more, but I told Sharon I would drop it off by her.
Right.
One which is on that kind of drive.
Oh, okay, all right.
Drop.
What I call for consider is that person, the teacher, and her condition. Now, I'll be willing to give $500 to that teacher every month.
Okay, so we're gonna take your number. Precious,
I have his number
you
from
have your number,
yesterday.
right? Good. So we're gonna give you a call after the program.
Okay,
So
but
we see if we can link up that transaction
give it that $500 every month.
as a blessing.
I'll
As
need to
really a
get
blessing.
information.
All right, we're gonna work on that as soon as possible.
Caller, you're breaking up.
And I want to get certain information of the person.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes, I will call CNC3 and I will
Right.
get the information for you. And if it is, I have to pass on your number, direct or whatever. But the article was on CNC3. I actually know the person that because she and I are Facebook friends who
Right.
wrote up the article. So I will get in contact with her and I'll pass on your number directly to her.
Great,
Right?
great,
Okay,
great.
I'm leaving it to you.
Yes.
All right. Thanks a
Blessings.
lot. Thanks a lot.
Blessings to you.
God bless you. You know, and this is what I love it. Precious, I love it. I love it. You know, and this is what it's about. You know, Precious. I mean, we have opportunity, and I keep saying it. We have opportunity to come here on from the hours of 2 to 4 and speak things into existence. And let us do it positively and let us have an impact on lives. Do we have a call?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Sister Precious, and to Brother Robert.
Blessings.
Yeah, blessings.
Oh, yeah. The clarion caller, Mr. Tabaki.
Hey, Tabaki in the house.
Yes. I want to further a clarion call you all made this afternoon in your opening remarks, your mini editorial. And I want to also deepen that clarion call.
Right.
To call on the 41 MPs. Now, what I'm saying here, this has nothing to do with politics.
Right.
What we're looking at now, 41 MP in the House of Representatives. I am now asking, please, lead by example. Let us hear the 41 MPs and all independent senators and senators start by taking a cut in salary. I am saying at this time where everyone is facing this crisis, I believe, look, since the parliament is the highest court in the land, and this is where all decision is being taken and they do everything from there. I am making a clarion call, and I would expect that all right-thinking citizens, let us take off our cap and ask the 41 MP, this is the time they need to stand up and take responsibility and say, you know what? Personal responsibility begins with me and ends with me. Let me lead by example. Since we use that parliament to set laws, amend laws, and this is the highest court in the land to guide the country, well, Mr. Tabaki is now furthering the call by Sister Precious and Brother Roberts.
Yes.
Calling on 41 MPs and all senators and independent senators, come forward, take a cut in salary and make it public. I do not want to hear, well, who giving in this constituency, who not giving. That is not the question. At this time, what we want, all hands on deck. And if we're saying for everybody to come together, this is the time to prove yourself once and for all and say, you know what, in the interest of all citizens in a pandemic and where things is really down to board and nobody have a job, let's do that. Precious and Mr. Roberts, Tabakit in the house, I wish if you all could further discuss this and strengthen the conversation. Tabakit out and out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tabaki.
Thanks for calling.
Time to bring back those days. Time to bring back those days. Bring back those days when we lived together as one. Time to bring back those times.
Yes, people.
Time to bring back those days.
You telling me?
Yes.
Look out for one another. Care about one another.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Precious.
Hi.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes.
Blessings.
Blessings.
Oh, God, Jesus. So I keep saying, you see that. Don't be waste time with this thing. It takes genuine people like Mr. Lawrence, people who don't actually hear you cry out for aid to help when I children sending back out to school. I tell anybody this evening to call from Laban till Beaton. Yeah, me Laban's by me here. Seal up around the bridge. And instead of once they get special lines above this and they get box to the children for school. I think it's one girl because I think she's HIV positive. I have nothing against who is HIV positive. I think he helped her daughter once with a booklet. Precious, I sent this to over 67 children. I'm talking about before pandemic and this is coming traditionally. Year go, year coming. Believe, I keep on saying because approximately 60. Because 1 year I ever get 50-something children. And they will bring the booklets to parents, even if based on something early on, And I will continue to say this way. Some people will say, babe, I will say this way. Yeah, because I respect from the elders in my community. I don't know for the ministers and the MPs and them. I just say who I respect for children. I respect for who I respect. If my father always say somebody out there, them up. And the people that say, the people like the Sira, the name of somebody name of somewhere near, right? The Sira and the Ali. I don't know these people meet them now, will get my number and call me. And will take 2, 3, 4, 5 booklets. But I doesn't actually the money is costing at all. If I like him a food, give me ample. So the money, I will give the money back. And these people will take these booklets, Miss Jolene John, Dr. Munila. This is the people I will say, not that. The one that put there, Dr. Munila and Jolene John, not that. Only him saying that. So let's see that you like the carrier caller. This is understood. I love telling my community and my nation and bettering it. So me here to say nothing but no Kamala, because Kamala never get take a book and me anything she like. And I hope she listening. I don't just that choke her face one day with me. So let's get that just bash. Or bash the third man and bash the Chinese about it. No. I put nothing in my mouth to say nothing. I never get help of no kind of PNM person book. I don't want to lie here. Yeah, I want Darrell Marcel. He has over 20-something thousand children already. And anytime they call the children is concerned, he always does it. So that the PNM will help in the UNC with that. But they are the people who will naturally help the stakeholders. But when it comes to the MPs then, like they never defend too much. The past administration thief. But let me tell you that past administration is allowed to defend too. Oh, the guy in the speaker, the class, when they're ready to find it on the split and the beat them, I hear the president of that garbage bag. But nobody does feel because the party in that still not be done spelling earlier. If somebody now sitting on the trainway and then the garbage in the back, it's never landfill there, and not running and spelling the landfill alone, you smell Angostura. So then you go say about the Angostura smelling, you say about the beaten smelling. And you can take this complaint to nasty Angostura. But let's go on and on. Angostura don't help. Angostura doesn't help. They help through the PNM, councillor or LP. They will tell you, Anderson, you make yourself. Anderson, we can't take this and be seen by the MPs and them. The MPs and the councillors. So when it comes to the MP help and short, long and short, we ain't going to help that way. But my call this evening is so all right against it in all stakeholders. People are concerned helping only in a position to help to stop helping poor. Because the cry of the poor and the needy is the cry of God and especially the cry of children. So when someone come in and if somebody get past $1 million or $2 million, they come and prophesy. Like if they claim something when they get vision. And they talk about Rowley. And same thing with Kamala. And they talk about Kamala. But when I say Kamala, I say Rowley, you know. I find no Mr. None of them name. Right? And none of them ain't no mother, no father, no nation for me. My mother is deceased, and my father alive still. Yeah, that's the only mother I know. You don't know mother, no nation. So some of them are thinking, Anderson is Anderson is here. Anderson have a national ID card and change big on ID card. So my call again, this initiative, I think it will have an extra support this initiative. Support it 100%. Somebody do just sit down how much or somebody can eat somebody watching for blue band in all the fridge and all the neighbor nanas. Somebody watching all the decks and the neighbor in half and all they just cry down all the neighbor. But when I cry down all the neighbor sometimes are cheering to see but then some of the neighbors don't even want no help neither. So needy. I call on you all to help the needy. Someone again food cards because all they know IMP, all they know this. Same thing in all administration. Same thing with the Indian administration, same thing with the African administration. And still yet, the poor, the callers and them, especially some of the callers and them who love the Kamala and who call Kamala the mother nation, who call Rowley the king. All you go and open all their friends and think of the phone and see all their mother and see where's all their father. That's precious. I hope that right thinking people support this initiative. I and all Kakada pass my way.
Well, I shall know I just list. I just stick. When anything comes to this stick, and I shall know how it's something naturally that social aspect, that social aspect I was brought up with, that socialness in me. I was brought up in that village council and all these things. Never see my father take nothing from no donation. I see myself Sarah and all of them take already. I see Daddy Ben and this one and that one and all of them thief already as a little boy. But one thing my father...
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
I mean, I'm really trying to accommodate you, Anderson, but you're not stopping. And we have other calls on the line, and you know, the road you're taking it down and not on that. We here to see if we could come together. And I believe we could do that, Robert, without the interjection of the political undertones. You understand? Everybody know the Street 919 FM is a ground station. People like you and I. Yeah. You know, we just there on the ground and we just trying to build.
Yeah, correct.
And you understand, and that's why we asking for people to come together like ourselves and help each other. But when you see you want to interject the political undertone, I really not on that.
That's on that.
Not me, I can handle that. I took out what I could take out from your contribution, that you know you help and you know other people who help.
And hats off to you for doing so. Yes, man.
Good day. Hello?
Yes.
Welcome.
Why? Yeah, good afternoon. Why then see the 18 in Parliament with that seat? What they're doing to get all that money? Them supposed to give the money again because then opposition they doing nothing in the country to help the country right now with tax money again. So them supposed to pass all the money to the poor people because they done thief enough already.
Come now, man. All they don't have me playing this right now.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
We don't go there. We don't go there.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon.
Hi, Harry.
Have you any building, man?
Yeah, man. Good afternoon.
Good day.
I want to say wonderful show. You know, I enjoy this show.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you're talking the things I talking right now, right? And even though I talk like this, people still don't want to believe that I have changed and they want to come to attack me and say I've been a hypocrite. But Precious, you know my heart, and you know I was on that radio station. We help a lot of people.
I know.
On our show back.
I said it yesterday.
Right?
I know.
And one of the reasons, one of the reasons why I had us to stop is because I myself was being accused of taking and putting money in my pocket for myself when I wasn't. Right? But when people try to destroy your character, right? Sometimes you just have to step back and pull away and watch the fools dance in the auditorium. So I want to just say this, right? I perfectly well understand that plight of that lady that business closed down last year, right? But the sad thing about it is nothing was put in place for her. Nothing was put in place for her, meaning that they had a grant for small business, but you have to be qualified with certain things and other things and you have to get this and you have to get that, you have to be this and you have to be registered and this and that and NIS and to me all these stipulations is just red tape. If you understand what I'm saying,
I agree with you.
Barriers and obstacles in front of you. Even the grant that they have right now, where they get $1,500 or $1,000, which to me is no money, because $1,500 can't pay a rent and make a proper grocery, can't pay a bill and make a proper grocery for a family. You understand? But to access that money, you have to wait, you have to go and bring this, bring that, you have to get your employer to sign a certain part of the form. How you getting your employer this or when this COVID season, what place closed up, the business closed up, you have to go and call on your man phone, go buy your house or something. I don't understand. How the way this grant, it's hard to access. And when I had the idea, and I did it on my show a couple Saturdays ago, make it easy just to take $1 billion, TT dollars, out of the Heritage and Stabilization Fund that is there for crisis, which is our taxpayer money, right? That is put aside as savings for the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and give every single house, give every single person over the age of 18 years old $1,000 as a relief for the whole country, right? $1,000 is actually for each citizen in Trinidad and Tobago. It's actually 1 million people getting $1,000, $1 billion, right? We have 6,000 billion US in the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. Check that 7 to 1, right? So 7 billion for each billion US in Saturday. 7 6s are 42. That is $42 billion, $60 that have in Saturday. We just asking for $1 billion alone to get everybody $1,000 out of we money to help relieve somebody. Some households may have more than one. Some households, and if you're bread butter on both sides, and you think you don't deserve to go for the 1,000, you don't have to go pay it. Or you can go pay it and donate it to somebody who wanted more than you. You understand? And that's so easier. Once you have a chance to go ID card and you have your sport or your driver's permit, you understand? You can access it, right? Due to the LLCB, whereby LLCB have everybody on file, all who eligible to vote over the age of 18. Well, we deal with the people last year that started with 8 today, right? If you have a direct wire transfer to your account, you can get that done. Public servants get their own first, and everybody. And we do it in such a way by the time 3 weeks a month, everybody get $1,000. Simple, effective, no red tape, no run up and down, no going to document.
It's like they're making it hard for you to get our money.
And it doesn't matter who rich and who poor and who needs that. Everybody $1,000, so nobody can complain and say, okay, we gave all $1,000. That's what the American government did. Imagine Trump do that to his people. You understand? You have to study who pay NIS and who don't pay NIS and who do this and who don't pay tax.
I ain't even want to give a story about that because all my family business go be on the road, but they go ahead.
But listen what I'm saying. It's not about who paying tax and who paying NIS.
Thank you.
Because it's about a lot of people that not paying net and a lot of people fall through the loopholes and fall through the cracks. You understand? So
Heavy, let me tell you something, When you talk, plenty people just vex with you. But you see where you're talking here this afternoon, I've been saying that. They're making this grant real hard for some people to get. Too much of things you're asking for. But somebody, you're there, Heavy? But somebody is saying, Heavy, I hear you. But it's the greedy people who cause problems for the rest. Some people taking twice and 3 times. So I guess again Peter paying for Paul.
Precious, that can only happen, right, when you have a system that doesn't work properly. We all know Trinidad and Tobago is a corrupt country. Let's face it. Everything we have before we have, we corrupt. Every single public service is corrupt. And I make no apologies for saying that. Right? So all I am saying to you is, all I'm saying to the public of Trinidad and Tobago is, make it as transparent as possible. You have an ID card, you have a driver's permit, to a passport mark Trinidad and Tobago. Come and collect your $1,000 grant. Right? Just walk with your ID, go by a post office, or go by TT Post, or go by a district office, or go somewhere. You have your name on file. Like how they do when they go into the voting booth, they put your name on a piece of paper with all the people's name, and when they get your grant, you scratch it off. Simple. You give them a check, or if you want to give an account money for your account, simple. And that is simple. We don't go through this, run up and down and get documents, and then you have to get this, and you have to get that, and then you have to show you what's working. So one to all the people wasn't working. You understand? So in a situation like this, and I'm not asking for them to do it every month, which I find, and I find $1,000 a little bit of money. But, you know, some people call and say, whatever that is say. But this is not political. This to me is a perfect, good idea, just $1 billion. A drop in the bucket for what we have in the Heritage and Civilization Fund. The money is just sitting there doing nothing. Give the people it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for calling. Where is it?
The person name is Marion.
Marion is saying, good afternoon, Precious and Robert. What's the procedure with assisting the less fortunate? Although my children were retrenched, I don't mind making a little back for a family.
So what we're gonna do?
The procedure is simple, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever you can afford. Whatever you can afford, you know, you put it in a grocery bag and you just drop it off to the radio station. Aisha has a drive. Well, I understand Titans and Democracy have a drive. The VNR show, whatever we get, we put it Robert works with Aisha on afternoons as well. So whatever we get on the VNR show, we leave it downstairs for Aisha to incorporate it in her drive. But whatever you bring up, it will get to people who truly need it. There are hundreds of families out here. They don't know what they're doing. Some parents don't know how they feel.
And let's just stay back the conversation a little bit on mental health, you know. It's very hard on the mind right now for a lot of people, you know. So we really want to focus on that department at this time, where we, you know, people like Charles, where he's saying he don't have much, but, you know, a little thing in the bag, you know. I mean, the government, yes, they're doing what they're doing. You know, kind of way, and you know, they're doing what they're doing, and we had to do what we're doing. You know, kind of way.
Right.
So let's encourage everyone again to, you know, remember the focus and the mission we on today is to stay on track, right? To stay on track, and remember the topic is mental health and how we can, you know, ease our strain on some people who may be going through that mental health. Yes.
Take a call. Good afternoon. Hello?
Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Mr. Bego?
Yeah. How you all going?
We good. I hear you're not feeling too 100.
Yeah.
What going on?
I'm feeling 100. I get wet in the rain Saturday now, so you know what going on.
Yeah, you know you can't get sick these days. Everybody watching your slides.
That's turmeric. Let me tell you. Turmeric and ginger.
Everybody done the social distance home here in the house, but
and take some
bush tea. My girls and them taking care of me, make sure mommy all right. I give a little bush tea.
Yes. And it will be fine.
They're taking care of me.
Yes, man.
I hear my partner Heavy. Hi, Heavy. Yeah, I agree with Heavy, you know. But not for the rich and famous, because the rich and famous, some of them ain't giving back nothing. When they could come together and help do something to help. You have the less fortunate doing all the helping. Because I watch a video where Pastor Google show, I watch it on Facebook, where this young lady have a little one-stop shop. Something I might be short of, you know, I could pass and pick up, and then something I might have too much of, I could put back on the same counter and thing. Why these big rich and famous people? And I'm not only saying the 1%ers, because you have people such as myself who rich, like me and you, who rich have it. You understand? Could help do something, help to reach the people, because this pandemic thing is not going nowhere in a hurry. You know why things will go nowhere in a hurry? Because our mindsets. Because our mindset as a people. You understand? We don't like to read. We don't like to do a little research. We always like to take them, say, hey, I'm borrowing that from Mr. Mover. I love to hear that man talk. You know, you just say be cheap and invest, right? You understand? When we had the money and we did doing a pack of gobarated, a pack of rubbish, that now at time like this, you know, we could bring the little penny bank to help one another. My little that I have, I'm making sure my 2 girls get with my grandsons to make sure that them have. I cutting and contriving.
Right.
You understand? And if everybody come together, this place will be a better place, you know. This place will be a better place. Each one help one. You understand? Each one help one. But now, according to some people, we too greedy, clogging up the system. Clogging up the system, doing a pack of hot rubbish. So people who really need it, my daughters and them need it, but them say, Mommy, I'm not going to apply for that. Like too much headache just to get $1,000 or wherever. We go make wherever we have do. You know how much people thinking like that? It's real people thinking like that. They could do it, you know. But then again, they're saying, yeah, I could do without that. Let somebody else go and fight up. And if I had to eat oil and green fig, I have some green fig in my backyard. I go let that cut and contrive and let that do.
Yeah.
And that is what we have to do. So I understand what Heavy's saying, and I quite agree with him. Don't make it, they're making it too hard for simple people who really needs it to get it. You're asking for too much of things in order for people to apply to get this $1,000 and $1,500 or whatever. Right, guys? So I'm still here, locked on and listening. You all put a little smile on my face. So I say, let me call in and give me a little shout out, even though I'm under the weather. But God is good.
We do appreciate hearing your voice on the program.
And all try not to get what you need.
Yes, thanks for the
time. Crappy like me.
Feel better soon.
And don't afraid to be bush doctors, We are the bush in the yard, utilize it.
The bacano, the fever grass. Yeah.
Boy, let me tell you, is that why I drinking? It's fever grass.
Yes.
I have a little lime orange peel. I had my garlic, my ginger, and I put a little bit of oh gosh, this bush they wear this, and then they say this push out heat.
Which one is that?
Oh God, I forget the damn name of the damn bay leaf.
Bay leaf,
the only thing I'm missing is the bacano leaf. I don't go and look and see if I get some dry one. Is that what gave me through?
Yeah.
I drink that, boy, and if you know how refreshing that make me feel, is the bush.
Yeah, the bush.
Say we going doctor. I don't know nothing about doctor. I know. This time I went doctor is when I make my tooth it.
Yeah.
You understand? So people, let me go back in the olden days and the bush. We had the bush in the yard. Where we utilize it. Right? So I locked on and listening, guys.
Thank you so much. So guys, we're gonna pay some bills, and when we come back we continue on with the discussion. Alright, y'all keep it locked.
Sign up and save with Green Dot. When you subscribe to any of our broadband packages, you get 30% off the installation fee, allowing you to stream your favorite shows on any of your devices. Update your social media accounts and connect with friends and family. Stay on top of the class with online learning sessions, or keep your team in the loop with virtual meetings, all at an affordable price. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 224-GDOT today to sign up and save with Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives. Sign up and save with Green Dot. When you subscribe to any of our broadband packages, you get 30% off the installation fee.
It's not a perfect match unless you're better together. Like your favorite series and more data to binge. Like an online concert and 25 gigs of LTE data to power the fans. Or some hot gossip and free Digicel calls.
You lie.
Nope, that's the perfect match. You and Digicel's $249 30-day Prime bundle. Free Digicel calls, 200 anywhere minutes, rollover data and more. Dial *323# or visit My Digicel app to activate today. Digicel. Better together.
Tune in to The Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 91 Eastern Main Road in St. Augustine. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new with Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on The Street 919 FM, starting May 7th.
More to love, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you. So real, get that perfect smile. Beauty's in every aisle to take care of your body.
love.
Costco Supermarket is giving away 500 Mother's Day cakes to 500 supermoms this Mother's Day. Just fill out the entry forms and drop them off in the box at Costco to give your mom the chance to win her very own Mother's Day cake from the supermarket that's always there for you with affordable prices. Happy Mother's Day from the management and staff of Costco's nationwide.
At Green Dot, we're making it easier for you with the all-new G-Dot customer portal. Get 24/7 access to your account from all your smart devices. View your account status, see your active services and hardware, view your balance, pay your bills, set up recurring payments, and more. Simply visit gd.tt today and register with your account number and email address to access this service. The all-new G-Dot customer portal. It's just one of the ways Green Dot is making it easier for you. Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy. Wow. Here at Onia Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
Sky is not the limit, please stay open. Be a voice for change and inspiration, yeah. Be true to yourself with every motion. Be fearless when you speak, the future's waiting, yeah. Just be, just be, just be, just be. Be mobile, just be. Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
True story.
Miss Sylvester is the name. You might know me from my days. I was tearing up the stage. I was mashing up the place. Who would think a few years later I would change up my behavior to something greater? I get an encounter. God said, listen, daughter, I have an assignment here for you. This ain't what I send you here to do. Michelle, girl, I love ya. Come back to your father. And right in that moment my heart was changed. One set of tears I ran on my face. Thank God for amazing grace. Now I turn a different page. Nobody can stop my praise. Nobody can stop my praise. People say that I ain't changed. Them go say what they go say. Nobody can stop my praise. Nobody can stop my praise. nothing for me outside day. Say it had nothing for me. It had nothing for me. Nothing for me outside day. No way. No demon in hell can conquer me. I am there a new authority. I can't change my past or change my heart. Bring a new wine out of me. This world have nothing to offer me. In Jesus I find security. I tell you I safe on the inside. I'm not going back outside. Amazing grace. Now I turn a different page. Nobody can stop my praise. Nobody can stop my praise. People say that I ain't changed. They'll go say what they go say. Nobody can stop my praise. Nobody can stop my praise. I tell you I safe on the inside. Nobody going outside. I safe on the inside. I'm leaning on the Lord's side today. I'm not going to turn back again. In Christ I go stay. It had nothing for me outside there. And nothing for me. No. Nobody can stop my praise. Nobody can stop my praise. It had nothing for we. No, no, no. Tell them it had nothing for we. Outside there. Nobody.
Beautiful music coming down from Michelle Sylvester and Denise Plummer. Safe on the inside, and I hope you guys really keeping safe on the inside. You know, if you do have to come outside, don't.
Stay indoors.
Stay inside. Only essential workers are supposed to be outside, and if you coming outside, it's because you're going to get something that is essential. Your groceries, pharmacy. You know, I was reading on the news this morning where the police commissioner was saying that there are still too many people outside. Now he explained that, okay, we have the curfew, we have the SOE from a certain time, from 9 to 5. So that time is virtually a ghost town. That is what he's saying. But then we defeating the purpose if during the day there's still too many people outside, still well, not gathering, but because of the amount of people out there, COVID still spreading. We are not getting our numbers down, and we need for them to go down. So, I mean, if you don't have to be outside, don't come outside. Where's the sense according to the police commissioner? In the night, you're forced to stay inside because of the curfew, but in the day, everybody outside same way. Come on, man, people. Let's use our common sense.
Stay in the inside.
Safe on the inside.
Yeah.
So, guys, we have the phone line still open. We still on our drive. You know, every day we pushing this. Even if we're talking about something else, we coming back to this. If we could help, we need to help. All right? The numbers 342-0081-771-1791 and
466-5391.
Let's go straight back to the lines. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
Precious, and to the young man there. Joel doesn't want to go down a political role.
Not all.
Respect you, but when you have heavy call, that is where we normally end up. Because here we said to us, let the government give everybody $1,000. Precious, if two are in a house across 18, so the parent, and I want to know when you mean everybody, so should mommy get 1,000, daddy get 1,000, and we have 4 children in the house. And the 4 children, 2 of them is over 18, so that is 4,000. So that then we run past the billion already, Precious. I don't understand. Not so? Well, come on. Because we are 1.4 million people. And and here we go on. Because of the same allegations of tea-free and this and that, that is why it's so difficult to get, you know. Because we consider ourselves so smart that the government had to make it taskful in order for you to get it. Because the double man who's selling by the road. You saw the video with the maxi taxi driver? I want you to catch my point.
Yeah, I saw that.
The green man maxi where the lady getting in and the lady saying to the driver, but you're supposed to carry so much and so much.
50% capacity, yes, I saw it this morning.
You heard what his comment was? His comment that he's paying insurance and license for 15 people, so he don't care who he kill. So you get in, and that is what's going on in our society. So when you give everybody $1,000, but then what? After this first 1,000, then what? So that I give everybody next 1,000. And if this thing continues for the next 6 months, so when we run out of money, what is going to happen to my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren? I ain't even nothing for them. We only thinking about we today. We have to think about the children that we intend to create and the grandchildren down the road. That money is not for us. When we put money in the bank to save, it's not for we today, and we just save money for when we get old. Not so? So that heritage, that's why they call it the Heritage and Stabilization Fund heavy. That my grandchildren wouldn't have to go through if they happen to end up in a pandemic like now, we didn't end up in the financial difficulty that we are in today. That is why we have it today. We parents didn't have it then, so that is what bailing we out somewhat today. But we want to spend all. Precious, enjoy it.
You too. Hey, attention HDC clients, if you make monthly payments directly to the HDC, you are reminded that you can make those payments at any SurePay payment center located at select Massey stores. You can also do a wire transfer to Republic Bank account number 150-228-173-001 or deposit a check in the box located at the HDC head office. If you need more information, check out HDC's Facebook and Instagram pages or their website at www.hdc.gov.tt. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, please.
Yes. What it is, I have to comment on it. I don't like how the system is. They're telling them stay inside. They're frauding the government too. Because they're going at different ID card, they're going in at different address. It's to lock them up. I go ahead and lock them up too. You understand? They go down overdoing it. You understand? If you do so, they get $1,000, they're going back with a different form of identification. Either they're going with a passport or they're going with a birth paper. And them until they get that, you have to sign it off. But when you do so, you want to fraud the government supposed to lock them up. You understand? Because they're going back 3 and 4 times. They're not living in this place here, and they have a landlord telling them to sign up for the rent. And that time they're not living there. So when the landlord get a rent, the shelter between both of them. So the government does lock them up. Look, the next thing again, you will tell me a woman come over Facebook and wonder, post up the rowdy face. She should be in a house arrest. They don't lock she up in an Excel. They get she house arrest. So she can't come out until the next thing I want to extend is the last one. If you test for COVID, put some kind of ink or some kind of paint so you know that is a red zone there. So ain't them until the neighbors see you coming out there, just had a call. And you understand? And then I'm staying to a locked on and listening. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks for your contribution. Good afternoon.
I Precious.
Welcome.
And
Robert.
And the co-worker.
Good afternoon.
You know what you can do, right, as a lady, if you can get the woman number, take my number. I called her yesterday. I the person with the transport.
Oh, the transport?
Yes. What you do, they would take my number.
I have your number from yesterday.
If the person my number, I would let them contact me, but they will deal with me through my wife. Because women to women, I know it's a funny thing dealing with men. But financially, that things you would need money to do. So when the man say he would donate $1,000, they say buy groceries, but it's things that the money need to do also.
Yeah, like bills and things of that nature.
So what I'm saying, I would deal with that through my wife. Because my wife on board with me.
Okay.
And I can, if I like to, in cases like this, I like to deal with people direct. You give the person the number, let them call me. I would let the person call my wife. So she didn't want to talk to me.
You're talking about the teacher from the article?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Because there are real people out there, and I still have my job. So I could have, my daughter's a sign need, I had to extend a hand. And listen, get 200-300 people in Trinidad who work it, even for $10. We can do plenty.
Yes.
As a people. So it's not about people, it's not about calling in to discuss issues and things. But let me see what solution we can bring. Because somebody is in need.
Yeah.
And I talking about, I was in the grocery. People can't pay for goods, and I just want to pay for them.
Wow, blessings.
This is not a self-praise, but that's people and it's food these people genuinely need.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I say, you pass on the number to the person, let the person call me, and I will deal with them.
Okay.
Because this is what I live in for, to help people.
God bless you.
All right?
Thank you so much. And like I said, I know the girl that wrote the article and who interviewed the teacher. She works at the Guardian newspaper, so I'm going to reach out to her on Facebook.
Okay.
And I'm going to give her your number so she could call you direct, because she would know the person, because she's the one who interviewed that teacher.
Yeah.
All right. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Precious and Mr. Roberts again.
Blessings.
Blessings.
Hello? Yes, Mr. Tabakid, go ahead. Hello? Yes, you're breaking up a little bit.
You're getting me better now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I want to come up with a suggestion.
Right.
These big supermarkets who know their clients, where the manager will be in front, I want to believe they could slash the customer bill in half. And this is where this will help the entire country. Because if they know you coming to this grocery and you is a regular customer, you must have the supervisor, the manager on the floor. And this is where they could afford to slash that bill in half and help the poor and vulnerable. That will not hurt their profit. And I think this is where the supermarket association and all of these people should come together and say, you know what? These are my customers. Over the years, they have been supporting my supermarket, and it's time that I give back. These are the people should be giving back by cutting the bill in half. That's my suggestion. Tabakito Uteno.
All right, thanks again.
Thank you so much.
All right, I think we have what's not?
Precious, good afternoon, and good afternoon to you, Robert.
Good afternoon.
But oh God, is every program you're going on shooting down people a little contribution? What you contributing to the cause that the show is about? You come to shoot down heavy contribution, right? Heavy still trying to come up with an idea in order to get people through this thing. You ain't coming with no type of, ideas. You just coming to shoot down people contribution. Precious and Robert, here what I think. You see, children, we have to find a way. I know Heavy talk about the $1,000. Everybody get $1,000 and that's it. But after that $1,000, they go spend and they go still need food because the thing's still going on. What I suggest is, you see the children, a lot of times parents could fend for themselves and get a little food for themselves. You see the children, they have a lot of children that the parents don't have nothing to get them. What I suggest is, you see the school that child was going to, just how they used to go to school and get the box lunch and the little breakfast in the morning or whatever. The schools should have never been shut down. The schools, at least a few teachers should have been there, right? And the school should have been preparing the breakfast and the lunch so that the child could still, who living within the area of the school, the child don't have to be going to that specific school. But once that child is living within that area, the child now could get that lunch still, right? At the end of the day. So at least we still feeding the children of the nation. That's just my suggestion, because that's the same thing that they did here in New York, right?
Okay.
The children could have, not the child go to the school, somebody could have gone pick up the food stuff, the meals for the children that is home, right? So again, not the child going to the school is closed from the child, but some adult could have picked up the meal on a daily basis so that the children who at home could have food to eat, and in that way it could ease off the whole hungry and sufferation type of talk thing, but at least the government should look into a way of still having some type of food distribution so that children could get food to eat, even if the parents can't afford it. All right? That's my contribution.
Yes, man. I love this one. You know, I kind of... I like that contribution. That was a good one. Yeah, I want next one to play.
Son Robert, I tried to get you on the phone, but you didn't answer my call. I called to say that, Precious Robert, we have given out a couple hampers to the church to give out to the more vulnerable people. And also my wife is cooking Friday to give to the church. Right? So we are trying to help out as much as we can. Also, MP Monroe for Sandy Grande, he has done a wonderful job by getting out some hampers to the much neededly. Very good hampers. He has called people and he has helped out. Also, Precious and Robert, I think the banks, those businesses who are being supported year round by the citizens, by spending their money, by banking their money, and they're making the interest and the profit. I think it's time they start getting their truck together with their food and going in the community and giving out boxes of food to the citizens to help them in this time of need. Government cannot do everything. All hands on deck.
Yeah, all hands.
Precious and Robert, all hands on deck.
Actually.
Business people, bank people, stores, owners, supermarket, help out in this needy time.
Yes. And I mean, we kind of clear up this, the phone lines is going crazy. So if you don't get you, continue calling. We're gonna get it. Or also, you can send your voice note to 771-179-1. All right. And take this call here. You're live caller.
Precious and Roberts, good afternoon to you all.
Blessings.
And good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Wow. Precious, we have 41 constituency in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. We have community centers in every electoral district. People coming up with nice ideas, yes, and solutions, but they're asking people to stay home. And for we to go and get food and go and we had to leave the house to go and do them thing. Why they don't have food centers in all the community centers what shut down right now? And we paying securities every fortnight to secure community centers. Why can't have food hot in these community centers? Which part of the people that can leave from the community right there and go to the community, see get a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner over there? Why we can't do these things? Why we can't think innovative and think about these things? People will have to go on the road to get something, because it have community centers all over Trinidad and Tobago. It have primary schools in community all over Trinidad and Tobago. It have schools have kitchen in it in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'll tell you something. When we feed people and help people and give people money and support them in a time of need like this, from March last year when we had the first shutdown, a lot of people lose the job. And a shutdown again. A lot of people losing the job again. After this thing finish over here, is a bunch of people working nowhere, and it's the same process going on and again. We have to ask. We don't have to say, well, look, hey, we want government do everything. No, government have to do everything. That is our money. And we have a responsibility to ask the authorities and them to spend our money. We want them to spend our money. When the government gives somebody $1,000, that is not their money to take and give somebody $1,000. No. That is taxpayers' money. And if we can have 1.4 million people in Trinidad and Tobago, and the undernourished statistic is reading over 13-14%, and the poverty statistic reading 30%, what we will say about a rich Caribbean island have so much of poverty? Is our money managed in the right way? We have so much of construction taking place right now with billions of dollars spending on those construction on them. And yet still we have hungry people in the country. Why we can't hold back those things and spend the resources on the mothers and fathers where they can develop their children. If the mothers and fathers don't have the resources to develop their children, that will be a generation coming out of separation. We have so many lands in this country that empty, and we're not utilizing it the right way. Why the Ministry of Food Production don't take all them community center and go through agriculture and cook for people all over the country? How people doing it? How people doing it and saying they're successful? And when a government not doing it, they're not successful. Because they don't have proper transparency and accountability, that's why they don't be successful. Do you know how much money $25 million could feed people? You know how much people that could feed? Eh? But when you go to farmers and them and you buy the produce to give people a hamper, you make them millionaire. And the Popo and Dash in last 3 days. I'll have a wonderful day.
Wow.
We have some voice notes to clear here.
Good afternoon, Precious, and your co-host. Precious, the contribution that gentleman made about the school is the best contribution I heard in a long time. No, especially around this COVID time. It's the best contribution.
Yeah, exactly.
All the others is give this and give that, you know? And when you give it, would finish. But preparing a meal for the children every day.
Yeah, is that good?
It's a perfect thing,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Someone was
Good
asking.
afternoon again, couldn't you? You paying tax?
Hold
The
on.
bowling, this is a woman. You paying tax? A lot of people ain't paying tax in this land. A lot. They don't want to pay property tax. They don't want to pay nothing, but they want the government to give them everything. Come on.
All right. So let me just address something that I saw. I believe it was Shelwyn Noel. Yes, he was asking. Let me see if we get it here. You have it right. He was like, Robert, school is out. How are they going to prepare food? Right? We can find ways and use our community centers. We have a lot of community centers, right? I grew up in the community centers playing for Best Village and all these different things. You can use it because most of the community centers have kitchen and things of that nature. All right? Yeah. So yeah, correct. So to that commenter, we could look into that. You know what I'm saying?
So we're going back to the phone line, so give us a call.
All right. Let's take this one.
Good afternoon. Hello?
Call us back.
Hello?
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 Good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Dr. It's Robert.
Good afternoon.
Yes, we're hearing you. Go ahead.
Hi. Yes, good afternoon. Now, let me tell you something here. Now, there's this alarmist behavior by some people who believe that the whole of Trinidad and Tobago is suffering. And whatever contribution you make and what you recommend has to fall in line with what the pandemic is all about. Because I heard people mention about schools and everything that would create a degree of gathering. Now, something that is happening in our country that people are missing. If there's nobody complaining to you about poverty, it doesn't mean that it doesn't reach people. There are families who are coming together to deal with the whole question of food distribution and so on. So when you have people like COP and all those other people bringing it from a government perspective, that there are big problems with things not reaching people, it's not happening. And all the recommendation to encourage spread, you can't go through that area. There are people at the government, put in place with respect to distribution of hampers and so on is taking place. And it's so disingenuous when somebody could think, because sometimes you don't want to put the political spin on things, but if you listen to people like CP and you're talking about the farmers who the government would have taken the products from, that they're making millionaires. It's so disingenuous because you have to get products from people. So let me end. My thing is, we don't need the alarmist behavior. The poor people are being reached out to. It's the lazy people like COP and are trying to cater for. There's no room for them. Good program. All you have to be a little more vibrant, but I like all you. Take care, Precious. And
thank you so much.
All right.
Here's some information from Digicel. Their prepaid customers, you can top up your mobile account by using your chip debit card in the My Digicel app, Scotia Mobile Banking at the cashier in supermarkets, or visiting digiceltt.com. And for the postpaid customers, you can pay your bill safely by using your chip debit card in the My Digicel app, mobile banking, Bill Express, and SurePay, or visit digiceltt.com. And remember, let's all stay safe, be strong. Brighter days are ahead. Digicel, better together. And if you are a B-Mobile customer, well, there are ways to stay safe with easy ways to connect with B-Mobile. B-Mobile Customer Experience Store at Lowland, Scarborough Payment Center, and Chanel partner locations are open to better serve you. For a complete listing of all stores and their opening hours, visit bmobile.co.tt. And be assured that B-Mobile maintains all recommended health and safety protocols at their store. They are doing everything to help keep you, their customers, and their employees safe. They've also made it easier for you to stay at home and still connect with them by using Be Online, the My B Mobile app, or call 824-TSCT to pay your bills. Together, let's be safe and be connected with B Mobile. And remember, life is on, so the phone lines continue to stay open. We finish off the program at 3:45, so we have 50 more minutes. So you're making a contribution. Make it as compact as possible, so we could take as much calls as possible. All right, you have a voice note?
Yeah.
And all of the
Precious. And if they pay property tax, we would have money now
of our pandemic.
To feed more hands instead of going to the World Bank and borrowing money. You see, when nobody want to pay no taxes, and that's why we in this dilemma now. We, the citizens, have to help each other, feed each other.
All right.
Hello, welcome.
Welcome, Sister Precious.
Yes, we hear you
and
loud.
Brother Robert.
Yes.
I want to say this here. Rowley Jr., correct a bit, I'll tell you why. And sometimes we need to be honest and speak out. You know, you have a lot of people getting 6 and 7 hampers, and they're very disingenuous. They're getting a hamper here, and that is what's spoiling this thing, you know. I believe people should be honest with themselves. If you get 2 hampers for the month and they're coming along, you should come out and say, and let somebody who really didn't get one. Because let's be honest here, there is a lot of dishonest people, you know. Here now, man, they're taking hamper, they take it 10 truck pass. Come on. Precious and Robert already know this thing.
Yeah.
And yes, come on, let me talk this thing real, man. It at least 20 truck pass, and they're running and hiding. They send a son, they send the aunt, they pass in the back. So, you know what they're doing? They run up the road, they change clothes, they change masks. This thing happening right now. Look, let me tell you, I don't want to call area or name. I know this woman recently, she got 5 Namdefco hampers. And she called me to find out where the shine hampers. And I tell her, say, but I have wind of it where you get 5 hampers. And this is what is happening. And you know, Tabaki, very real. So, Rowley Jr., you are correct. They are advantaging this thing. People come, Precious and Robert, we got to call it. And wrong is wrong and right is right. This is Trinidad. Or you stop it, Tabaki it out and off.
Blessings. Hello, welcome. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I think you need to call us back.
Give us a call back, 342-0081, 7711791, and 466-5391. Good afternoon.
I believe Heavy is our last
caller. Good afternoon. You all here, man?
Yes, Heavy, we hear you loud and clear.
Very good. I want to say good afternoon to Mr. Tobago. I hope he'll get better soon. Right? I want to say Brooklyn, Mr. Tabakit, and my partner. Good contributions. At least you are coming up with ideas for a solution to the problem. Unlike other callers who call in just to respond, they're waiting for callers to come up with something and then they want to respond. They only listen to the radio to respond. Why you listen to the radio to respond? Are you being paid by a political party to be the guard dog on the radio so anybody called to make a contribution about the government, you have to respond? First thing first, I know you could read, but I didn't know your mathematics was wrong. If there's 1.4 million people in the population, or do the maths, man, and out of the 1.4 million people in the population, 40% are children, which means it's only have 800,000 people that will be able to get the $1,000. You understand? It doesn't matter how many people in a household. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there are 10 people in a household. If each of them get $1,000, it doesn't matter because they make up the part of the population. Don't come to spew misinformation on the light to shoot down my idea when it can't even count. You understand? It have 1.4 million people in Trinidad and Tobago. 40% of the population is children under the age of 18. So obviously, it will have more than enough. It will have more than enough to give each person $1,000. Learn to count. Yes. Learn to count. Thank you very much.
All right, there are some voices to clap here.
Precious and Robert, let me correct these people who don't understand, who just living in Trinidad and don't know how things is run. Precious and Robert, in America, what they did, they kept the school running with a few teachers, not all, but a few teachers and some of the people in order to prepare these foods and this meal, right? Some of the meals would have been dropped, would have been ready packed, meals that the truck would bring and it will be dropped, and then a parent will come. Now, every teacher or whoever is in the building will be properly well vaccinated and will be tested, will be doing the body temperature tests before they enter, right? The whole process have to be taken professionally, and then the parent and them will come and they're going to line up, or whoever guardian or whoever coming to pick up the meal will line up and they will stay the 6 feet distance, whatever. As soon as they pick up the bag by the door or whatever, because the teachers or whoever coming will know after a few days how much meals this person is going to take. So when this person reach, they know that, okay, we have this person bag out already. You just have to use your head, This is a pandemic. People not using their head. People just calling and just talking and not using their head. Right? There are children who don't have food to eat. We all know that. There's a lot of children where the parents is drug addict, right? And even if you get them the food hamper, what they go do with the food hamper, they go and sell it, because they rather sell the food hamper to buy drugs to feed to make them feel good and don't study the children. So if the school is dealing with the children still, that is very good, people. Very, very good. We just have to use we head and know how to work around it and how to make sure and keep yourself safe to do this thing in the right order. It work in America, it work in other countries, it work in other Caribbean countries. Why things can't work in Trinidad and Tobago? Why is always a problem, especially when we have to deal with dealing with children? When you talk about giving the people money, people vex. Now you talk about making sure that every child have a meal to eat, people vex. Lord, Father, help we. I just give. Precious and Robert, I just give. I just give for hampers, drive here, food drive here, curricule drive here. Even on 919 thing, I just give. I give.
I believe you.
I'm not just talking.
God bless you, yeah.
I'm not just giving my contribution, but I just help too.
Yeah.
These people who come in to fight down your contribution don't do nothing. And them is the problem in the country.
Thank you so much. And of course, that was a voice note. Purchase $40 in Milo Powder and win a laptop and $10,000 in cash. Plus, win up to $3,000 weekly and so much more. For more information, see Press and Milo Caribbean Facebook and Instagram page. All right? Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Precious and Robert.
Blessings.
Blessings.
First, I want to salute 91.9 for taking that lead, to help people in need, especially in times like these. I've seen them do it many times. And, I want to, come out and make it public that
Thank
I
you,
salute 19. You guys, and they are great, so you have to keep that up.
Thank
All
you.
right,
Thank you so much.
What I want to mention, too, you see the part of the NIS and they giving out a big grants and you had to have things in order. Yours are bad in it because some people didn't get but there's good in it, and good came out that the people didn't. But the people that didn't get good came out from that.
Yeah.
Two things come out from that. One is that we got to know that some employers was not paying the NIS for the people. In some instances, they were taking out the NIS on people's salary and not paying it. So so you would have gone thinking that your employer is paying your NIS contribution, and then after when you reach that time for you to now get a pension and you go on and they tell you they're not seeing it, then you have to go back because you may have moved on to another job and then another one. So now you have to go and find that place to find out what's going on. And all you see that I have tired to see that happen to people. That's why I make sure and check mine early. So I know that my contributions is being paid, and as a matter of fact, I made the total amount of contributions to get an extension. Also, what they did is when the government found out that this was happening, people was complaining, they made available for them some food cards and other things, cards from FCD. So they did get leave out. And this is what is needed, because if the government allocate $1 billion to give to people in need, but you have 600,000 just reach the people, but 400,000 is still missing. So you know, and end up in the pockets of people who don't need it, and that is my problem. Trinidad and Tobago, that's the culture of Trinidad and Tobago, and this has to be stopped. So you need a proper way and thing to ensure that these people who is in need get it. Hence the reason the organizations like 91.9, it's something that is saying that because you all make sure that people who is in need get it. I tired here, Sharon, and Google and all these people, you know, reach out to people who is in need and going direct and coordinating and organizing. I don't hear no other radio station doing that. You know, I mean, I am being, as I said from yesterday, I tell you, I know, okay. But today, I saw a young East Indian guy, he probably in the early 50s. He asked me for some money to pull up in front of a bakery. He asked me for, I'm not calling no name of bigger than free advertising.
Yeah.
So I say, he asked me for, I just want you to buy something to me. You know, I took out a little pocket change, I handed it to him. Right after I handed it to him, a guy came with a nice high-end vehicle, come out here, I think. That East Indian guy. He asked him for something from me. Tell him some chocolates to walk off and leave him like this. But yeah, I want to say, don't look at the, because I'm saying East Indian thing. I'm looking at sufferers. Sufferers don't care about no political party. Sufferers don't care about nothing. All sufferers care about is where the next meal come from. So that is what Black Stalin song. And if you all want to just give a little touch in that Black Stalin to people to understand about the politics, everything is politics. But when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, where you have to help people, that what 91.9 is doing here, no. It has no politics with that. When you see people who suffering and have to get a meal, then I'm studying that.
Well said, Paula.
Because when I give, I was not looking at the person's ethnic background. You know. It's after. Guys sat down in my car, they're waiting, still thinking, because as somebody went into the thing to organize people to get something. And these things start to come into my mind, I start thinking about it, and then listening to you here, and I was thinking about it. And you know, you see people thinking and cussing one another about political party and who's mother nation and who's this and all kind of nonsense. And who is the black man on the other side. You really think a hungry man care about that? But what he care about is for them, when they put them in power, to assist them, because I said, and I said it yesterday and I say it again, certain people's condition may not be them fault. So we have to provide for them, and that is what the government is supposed to be doing. Any government all around the world has to provide for the people who's underprivileged. Also, we have the business people too, to chip in to help it too. And the average citizen, as I say, you work, and at the end of the month, you get a nice fat salary, you're happy, you're going home, you buy your groceries, you do that, and you take the balance of money and you chuck it in an extra account, so and you're thinking, and you're glad, you're happy, and you're thinking, so at the end of the year, you're boasting how much money you have. But here we're going, right? When you go milk, come and start by your bedside because you was down with COVID. You really think you're storing that money in the bank? Here we're going on with you. You looking to tell the, hey, Graham, I'm ready to go yet to know yet. I got to go back to I ain't ready, but you ain't ready for me yet. I ain't ready. That's what you studying, trying to stay alive. An old millionaire, multi-millionaire told me, he said, if they used to make coffins with pockets, he got all the money. And he told me he'd do anything in the world. He'd give up all his riches, everything, to get to how he youth like me. And I say, but why would you do something like that? Because come and think you achieve and you have all this and that. He say, yeah, but the knowledge I had in know, and I gave me youth know, I make 10 times more of that money if I had youth and I could do things. So I give you that to get your youth, so I can make more money than that. But you get that, but you go there and leave that just now. But you see, that's the knowledge and that's the concept of certain people when they reach a certain age. So like thinking about race, politics, that have a time and place. So you see in this time of COVID where everybody catching the tail, keep that out there. And
thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much. All our phone lines are ringing and we really want to try to get everybody in because we're getting ready to wrap up, all right? We do value your contribution. Good day.
Good day.
Blessings.
This is thing here. Here's my argument today. I feel the army supposed to come in and let everybody get a ration card. Let the army come in, get the army the money, and let them cook because the army can real cook. And let everybody get a ration card. You go Belmont, you get people in Belmont that are different there because other countries doing it. That's how the lockdown, so nobody has to negotiate. Nobody has to go and get $1,000, apply for $1,000. That's going straight to the army. Let the army get all the food stuff. That's a jeep, dropping off food day by day. By 6 o'clock, everybody should have the food. By Belmont, Gonzales, Diego Martin, with the fast food right through. So it's the fast service. It's the one person cooking. The army, because the army base have plenty. It's been dropping off all the ration. You have your card and identify yourself to collect a ration.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Yeah, that makes good sense. Good day.
I go to Genius Precious and
Blessings.
Yeah. No, the immune system. If that collapse on you, you will catch the virus. First to begin. So people who is hungry and who have nothing to sustain that, what will happen? The whole country will fall. You understand? So I want the businesses and the government, the rich ones, them should be coming together. You understand? And providing things for the community. In a sense that the money is not the money have no value unless you spend it on. You understand? So these rich people, the government, the business people and them, what are they doing? Come together and sustain. Sustenance of family is the greatest thing it's I want to say. It's even more great than fighting the cause of God. That's how great sustenance of family is. And that is the first and foremost thing we're supposed to be doing.
Thank you so much, caller.
Thank
we
you.
can't take any more calls. It's already 4:45. I have to go to the newsroom. I just want to leave you all with this part of the article from the CNC3 Facebook page where they highlighting mental health issues and saying that it is on the rise in TNT. And the head of the psychiatric unit at the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex in Mount Hope, Professor Dr. Gerard Hutchinson, is saying people are now tired, fearful, anxious, worried, and concerned about the future. Not my words. It's coming from the professor.
Yeah.
Whatever we can do to help, let's help. Now, I saw somebody on the Facebook said, some people talking like if everybody in Trinidad suffering.
Yeah.
We know this, we understand this, but we are talking for the ones who
ain't suffering.
lost their jobs.
Yeah.
Both parties in the household lost their jobs. They have children to feed, they have bills to pay. If we could help in whatever little way, maybe they still have a little savings. But if we could provide, a basket of food, then the money that they have to spend on food, they could pay a bill.
Truly.
You understand? So I want to thank everybody for calling. As always, you all make some great contributions.
Yeah,
we
today
even
was
got
good.
some solutions inside there.
Yeah.
If we could all come together. we could make this work.
Yeah.
So the person requested a song. Well, he said if we could play it, it would be really, really, really great. Was this one?
No, I think, but nonetheless.
It's not this one?
Nah.
But let's see what we find. Black
Yeah.
Stallion, we could make it if we try, and those words are so true. So we are here. Aisha Wells, she's up next, right? And of course, I want to thank everybody for making their contribution.
Yes.
The guy who dropped off the
Yes,
the
hats off
hamper,
again.
the man who's talking about the
Transportation.
transport, and everybody else who said they want to contribute to the teacher.
Yeah,
You understand? So thank you guys so much. We out.
It's good to be here this beautiful night. We want you to put your best voices together. So the treasury broke and they say that recess and jamming. A sort of foreign countries, yes, we start migrating. We lose faith in we country, they say we gone down the drain. They say no more, but we see happy times again. For the will to recover in my people, I have confidence. Although many may seem to feel that I'm talking nonsense, but the majority of us decide we're not going to run, because now is the time to show me patriotism. Why our country facing is darkest hour, and our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, if ever you feel to surrender, one little thing I want we all sing together. What?
We can make it if we try.
What?
Just a little harder.
If we just give one more try, life would be much sweeter.
Life would be more sweeter.
Love you, God. From the time Trini analyzed just what was the problem. Yes, we start making very positive moves to solve them. We fired the old settlement, it just they had working. And in that new branch room, we went and we bring. And if the goods we require, them new managers not supplying. When election time come back around, there's new ones we bring in. But there's one thing about my people I could guarantee, that they would never ever put party before country. Look,
our country facing
it's darkest hour, and our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, if ever you feel to surrender, one little thing I want we all remember. What?
We can make it if we try. Just a little harder.
Oh, if we just give one more try, life would be much
sweeter.
When the treasury was full and happy times, some was enjoying. They said move back and laugh until poor people was living. But now the treasury broke and the country come back to square one. Poor people remain on the same old ghetto in John. But look at the economy return today on some footing. This the same poor people 10 days and cold are they taking. And without social unrest, poor people paying the price. Because they know for the country nothing so much to sacrifice. Why? Our country facing it's darkest hour, and our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, if ever you feel to surrender, one little thing I want we all sing together. Sing for me.
We can make it if we try. Just a little harder.
If we just give one more try, be much sweeter. Jam the music now.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Where all the Nadia Batson fans? Can I see some hands in the air, please? Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Hands. Put them out, put them out. Higher, 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 higher. Yes, sir. One island. Two, one island. One, two. Everybody like this, like this, like this. Hey. From one island. From one island to another island. One island to another island. From one island to another island. I come with a message from DCT. I say, come with a Philippines. DCT. I say, good morning, everybody. After the everybody sing with me. From one island to another island. From one island to another island. From one island to another island. From one island. Can I see 100 in the air, please? If you are a proud masquerader, can I see 100 in the air, please? Somebody say nada. I love you. If you know that you're proud to be from the Caribbean, you're proud to be from Trinidad and Tobago. This is the Mecca of Carnival. I need to see all the hands like so, like so. Shake it, 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 shake it. One island, two, one island, one, two. Everybody want to when they say they have. From one island to another. Let's go, hey. From one island to another. What is that? From one island to another island. Nice, man. What's that? Hey, step to the round to the ground to be sing up in the air. Pretty girls, pretty boys, pretty kids, don't make it out of your bed. You might love you. Run through, run through, run through.
Tune into the Street 91.9 FM
Every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas.
The scripture says, and they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in.
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas on the Street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
You don't need a mic to amplify your voice or a pen to rewrite history. You don't have to be a legend to inspire or use a podium to be a leader or have a title to be called successful. You don't need a classroom to be educated or even a radio to hear this message. And the world is yours to mold. All you need is passion and a deep connection to what you believe in. And you can make anything happen. When life is on, you can be mobile.
Be mobile. Just be.
Nikki, you're looking good.
Thanks. I started running around the savannah.
No. I talking about the view on your TV.
Well, I got a total entertainment makeover from Direct TV. I dress up the living room with big savings, easy installation, and new features. Wait, I not looking good too?
Of course, but you could step aside. You're blocking the TV.
Switch to new style of TV with Direct TV. Enjoy quick installation, great packages, fantastic channels, and more. You're looking good with Direct TV. Call 877-4388 to sign up today.
Hi, Trinidad and Tobago. This is yours truly, Pastor Charles, streaming live from Port of Spain, Trinidad, Marvel Road, 91.9. Every Wednesday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning. I tell you, we are going to have a T-I-M-E time in the presence of God. We will be praying, praise God, for our nation. We'll be praying for families. We'll be praying for those that are sick and those that are in need. Tune in to the best station, 91.5 FM Street Live, Port of Spain, Maribel.
Give blood of Jesus over your family. Plead the blood over your family.
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to
enter your account number.
4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube, sponsored by TN Tech, the power to make it work. In the headlines, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley receives praises from U.S. Embassy Deputy Chief of Mission. APT James will sail on Wednesday instead of Galleon's Passage. Licensing offices to remain closed until July 4th, and internationally, U.S. issues Japan travel warning weeks before Olympics. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley came in for high praise from U.S. Embassy's Deputy Chief of Mission, Shanti Moore, for his engagement and consistent work with high-level U.S. officials in relation to acquiring COVID-19 vaccines not only for Trinidad and Tobago, but for all members of CARICOM. Mr. Moore highlighted the good work Dr. Rowley, as CARICOM chair, has done by engaging the United States government and Congress to advocate for vaccine equity globally. United States President Joe Biden recently announced that the U.S. will be donating 60 million doses of the AstraZeneca and 20 million doses of Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson vaccines to other countries in the month of June. The APT James will replace the Galleon's Passage on the Sea Bridge tomorrow, according to a new advisory issued by the Trinidad and Tobago Inter-Island Transportation Company Limited. The amended sailing schedule for tomorrow shows that the APT James will depart Port of Spain at 4 p.m. and depart Scarborough at 6:30 a.m. The TTIT also alerts passengers with tickets for the 8 a.m. sailing of the Galleon's Passage from Port of Spain tomorrow that they will be accommodated on the 4 p.m. sailing of the APT James from Port of Spain. In addition, those passengers with tickets for the 4 p.m. sailing of the Galleon's Passage from Scarborough tomorrow will be accommodated on the 6:30 a.m. sailing of the APT James from Scarborough. The Ministry of Works and Transport has advised that all licensing offices will stay closed until July 4th as a result of the ongoing state of emergency. In a media release, the ministry explained that those with existing appointments during this period of closure will be required to reschedule their appointments via the online scheduling portal on their website, utilizing date after July 4th, 2021. Given the demand for appointments, they're encouraging members of the general public to utilize all available time slots for licensing offices across TNT, even if your preferred location is unavailable. In addition, anyone whose driver's permits, taxi driver's license, badge, certificate, or other documents issued by the licensing division, which expired by January 1st, 2021, will now be deemed valid until October 1st, 2021. This may also be extended to a later date. Internationally, the U.S. has issued a travel warning for Japan over the country's COVID-19 surge amid heightened scrutiny just weeks before the Tokyo Olympics. The U.S. Center for Disease Control said travelers should avoid all travel to the country, warning that in the current situation in Japan, even fully vaccinated travelers may be at risk for getting and spreading COVID variants. U.S. Olympic officials have, however, said they are confident their athletes will be able to take part safely in the Games. Japan has recorded more than 700,000 infections and 12,000 COVID-19 deaths from the virus and has already banned most travelers from entering the country. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, sponsored by TN Tech, the power to make it work. Recapping the headlines, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley receives praises from the U.S. Embassy Deputy Chief of Mission. APT James will sail on Wednesday instead of the Galleon's passage. Licensing offices to remain closed until July 4th, and internationally, U.S. issues Japan travel warning weeks before Olympics. Do keep it locked to the Street 919 FM. I am Vanessa Thomas. Good afternoon. Aisha Wells, she's up next.